All right, you guys, we are so excited to have a mother of two, a wife, a dancer, choreographer, entrepreneur. She's got it going on today. With us, we have Allison Holker.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so excited about being here.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. No, this is awesome what you guys are doing, and I think it's really wonderful. So I feel honored.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited. This is sort of a educational as well as fun time for us, right?
Always.
We get to kind of dig into people's stories. So first up, I gotta ask you, how do you do it? How do you juggle all these things on your plate? You're doing it all fabulously, might I add.
Oh, thank you. No, it's honestly doing everything that I find that I have to do in a single day can be insane, but I have a really wonderful team behind me. I have a really supportive husband. My kids absolutely are so supportive of everything that I do. And then I have an incredible team. It takes an entire village to get done in one day that I do. I have an incredible manager. And then I have an assistant, and we have a nanny. And I'm not scared to say we have a nanny. She's incredible. And it's honestly, it's been the best gift. She reminds me of my mother, who is amazing. So, I have an entire team that really helped to help me make my own dreams happen. But I will say though, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a few of my own companies, and then I'm a dancer and a choreographer. But for me, when I think of my life, and I do have 2 kids, the biggest thing I've always wanted to teach my kids is to go after their dreams. And I feel in order to teach that, I have to do it. I have to be an example. Exactly. So I feel for any woman out there, any man, any person, if you have a dream and you want that to be what you're known for, is chasing your dreams and really establishing yourself, and you want your kids to do that, and you want other people to see that from you, you've got to start somewhere and do it yourself. Because the best thing you can do is be an example.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it is your full time. It's full time. It's amazing. I mean, I'm a mother, and I know how hard it is. I have 1, and that alone is with everything. I mean, we're career-oriented women these days. Yeah. It's not just being a mom. So I applaud you for sure.
Thank you. And listen, it's not easy though. I would love to say that, I've got this entire thing figured out. I have the perfect balance, but honestly, it's not. We're doing our best, but I think that's what's really actually brought my husband and I together, is we're really always searching, and we're really trying to be better ourselves and work together as a team to really figure out what the system is. And that's probably the biggest challenge I have found with life, is balance. For sure. I don't know if I'll ever find it, but you know what? It's I feel we're very courageous for searching for it,
I mean, it seems like you're balancing it very well. Yeah. And I'm glad that you admit that you have a nanny.
Yeah.
But I want a nanny.
I know, right? I'm sure. I don't
Maybe if I have 2, then I need a nanny for sure.
Yeah. We'll you know what? We'll pass off the nanny. We'll do a teaming effort. Yeah.
But it's crazy because I've never been on Dancing with the Stars, but I know you are on Dancing with the Stars, and it seems like that scheduling alone is just very time consuming.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys shoot every week, and you guys have to choreograph and then rehearse with the pros. With the stars.
Yeah. Dancing with the Stars is probably one of the most challenging, demanding, but exceptional shows I've ever been a part of.
Rewarding.
It's rewarding, and the thing is that's why I crave it. I almost crave Dancing with the Stars. I love the anticipation for meeting who is my celebrity gonna be, what's gonna happen this year. We never know, but it's very, very time consuming. When I jump into that show, I know I'm gonna sometimes take 10 to 12 hours every single day, whether it be prepping my choreography, teaching my choreography, but then I have to have lighting meetings. I have to have, producing meetings. I have to have music meetings. I have to have edit meetings. So there's meetings throughout the days in between meeting with your celebrity, in between doing, interviews and everything. And then we tape live, which there's a lot. If you've never filmed a show live, that is intense pressure. But that is what I love about it. And that's also why I feel there's been so few pros, is because it's a very difficult job, and it requires a very specific personality that can handle all those things. Because it's not an easy job to get into, but once you're in it and you understand it, it's exciting and it's invigorating, and it gives you this underlining fire underneath you, So I absolutely adore the job, but it's one of those things I have to make and pick and choose my battles with the show because I do have 2 kids and I want to be a very hands-on mother. So with all of those demands of the show, which are demands that are needed, they're like they're required of the show, which is like what they need to do. So it's all in good love. But it's like I always have to make sure that like with my husband, we like have a conversation before of like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone for quite a few hours. Like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? So I always try to make sure that like at least once a week with my kids or with my husband, I find like an extra hour in the day to go to the park or go watch a movie.
Quality
You know what I mean?
time,
And I'm like a very big believer that with life, it's not necessarily the quantity of time, but it's the quality of it. You know, so as long as I'm giving them the attention they need and I'm there for them when we actually are together, I feel like that's what I'm able to give, and that I have to believe that that's what's right. You
And when
know?
you come up for air, it's like what, 3 months later?
Oh my goodness, it's like, oh!
I mean.
But you know what though, we're working on a system because I am I'm one of the very few pros. In fact, I'm the only one to have ever had like kids as a pro and do it and have other like entrepreneurial like ships. So it's like it's something that as like a show they're like really there for me, and like if you do need a breakout, do you want to take a season off, do you want to try this, do you want to do that, like how can we work together? And I think that's what makes Dancing with the Stars so amazing, is they're really working with me and trying to figure this out. And because there's a few of the other pros now that have had a child, so there's a few of us now being like, all right, how are we gonna do this? What can we do? We love the job, but we have to make it right. You know what I mean? So.
Well, on that note, you just recently announced that you are no longer going to be with Dancing with the Stars?
Yes, so I'm not going to be on this season. This is season 24 for Dancing with the Stars. And like I said, I adore Dancing with the Stars. It's actually taught me so much just about like dance and choreography and camera work and everything. So it's been a huge like great thing for my career path. But you know, sometimes you have to challenge yourself and kind of cross into new things. And with having all these other side projects my husband and I have started working on, we wanted to have a little bit of time to really complete these things, you know? But it's definitely not the end. I love my Dancing with the Stars family. We love each other, we get along so well. So I'll definitely be coming back, but I have now something, you know, that I really want to work on creatively. I want to have a little bit more of the artistic juice inside of me. So there's definitely a couple of things in the works right now.
Okay, so we'll hear about them soon.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so it's not the end of Dancing with the Stars for me. Like that job to me is just, it's insane and it's wonderful and everything that I need in life. And so I'll definitely probably be back even like as far as even like next season. So I'm very excited to like let you know when that happens. But in the meantime.
Good. Well, you've got so many things going on from, I want to ask you about your dance studio, your online dance studio.
Yes. So alongside others, I co-founded an online dance studio called CLI Studios, and we absolutely adore this studio. It's an option for people that, you know, maybe stopped dancing or graduated from high school about 18 years old. It's a place for them to be able to go and still take dance every single day, and different dance styles. We have hip hop, jazz, ballet, contemporary. There's ballroom now on the show, or there's ballroom now on the website, which we're really excited about. But you take this curriculum from us every single day, and now also we have live streaming classes and interactive dance classes for dance studios. So now you're able to take from some of the best choreographers, Kenny Warmall, Jamie Goodwin, Nick Lazzarini, Twitch, myself, Teddy Forens, like all these really incredible choreographers literally in your bedroom, and that's absolutely incredible. And we've had an incredible response, and it just keeps getting bigger and growing, and we're really excited about it.
It's such a great thing. I mean, because a lot of people don't necessarily live in LA even, you know what I mean? So it's like...
And it's affordable. It's affordable, and that's like the biggest and best thing, because dance can be a very expensive and time-consuming you know, hobby to have, you know? So now we're trying to make it like into everyone's homes and something they can all do and accessible. Exactly.
I love that. And in addition to that, you then go on to designing clothing and jewelry.
Costumes.
So I mean, for me, an easy transition was going into costumes, especially after being on Dancing with the Stars. One of the other things I love about the show is they let you like help design the costumes, which they're like, oh, it's insane. It's like the most fun stuff. Oh. And our design team over there is incredible.
Go there.
Oh yeah. And it's like you could ask for 10,000 rhinestones and they're like, yes. And I'm like, baby, sparkle me up all day. And it's amazing. And that can be like sexy or sophisticated. I can have so many different like vibes about me.
Right.
So it was a really, really easy transition to be like, you know what, I'm gonna design my own costumes. So I work with a company called 10th House, and you can find it online, but I design dance costumes with them, and so does my husband Twitch. And then also we came out, my husband and I, with a brand called Boss Empire that's urban dancewear.
Oh, side note. So Boss is.
Oh, yes, and people, because the clothing line is called Boss Empire, everyone's always like, why Boss Empire? And I'm like, because our last name is Boss. No one knows that, like, so my husband is Twitch. He's obviously a really incredible dancer, like a popper, like he's amazing. I wish I could pop all day of my life. Like he's incredible. But like, and I think everyone knows him as Twitch, and I think that he's like, it's almost like he's like Prince or something. Like he only has one name, but it's not, that's not the truth.
Right.
His name is like Stephen Twitch Boss, which is incredible. So when I married him, my name became Allison Boss.
Queen
Or
Boss.
a
Boss.
That's right.
So yeah, so that's why we went Boss Empire, because that's like, that's us. It's like our family, it's like everything we believe in, and we're trying to create an empire right now. That's just the honest truth, you know? So it's a great line, and we're really excited about it, passionate about it, and so yeah, we have that.
I love it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love that you guys are very open about your relationship as well. I mean, we saw, you know, for the first time of how, you know, you guys, you know, run the show together. So you think you dance, and then it slowly happened, and then all of a sudden we also got to see this amazing proposal, which made me cry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We were
shows.
crying together watching
Yeah.
it. We're like, they're so
So
cute.
beautiful.
Thank you.
But it's, you know, how do you guys do it? You guys are very open about your relationship, and, you know, in this time and age, social media is very big, and I think a lot of people tend to shy away from it. But I love that you guys are embracing it and saying, hey, this is how we met. We met on a television
Yeah.
show dancing together, and we danced for 3 hours, and then we've never split ever since.
But it's also incorporating dance and what
Yeah.
you love, which is so beautiful, because I know there was a reciprocal kind of thing that you did after. Can you share that with us? After the proposal.
Well, so when it came to my husband and Maya's relationship, like, I don't know why. I think we didn't mind sharing our love with the world because it's so real and it's so genuine that we didn't mind people seeing into it. Because I think it can be a very scary thing for some couples to like let people really see who they are. But like, Steven has only been so great to me and like made me a better person that I only want to share that with the world, that there really are great men out there that care about their wives and support their wives. And I think it's incredible. I think it needs to be paraded and like shown more around the world that like men care about their women and they care about family and they're family men. He met me when I already had a child and he was 100% on board. He loved it. He loves my daughter. He treats her like his own, and he's an incredible father, and he's supportive of my career, and he's always been. So I think when it comes to letting people see into our lives, you're truly seeing what our lives are, and I'm not scared of that because I only wish that there was more of that in the world.
It's inspiring,
You know,
girl. It is
thank you.
very inspiring, and it does need to be seen for
Yeah,
sure.
and I think because of that though, like, I mean, we're that cheesy, in love couple. Like, we're the ones that are like at the mall, like slow dancing, like at Target or at like JC Penney's. Like, we're just like slow dancing in the middle. And people like get so sick to their stomach seeing us because they're like, okay, we get it. Like, you're in love, but can you stop? But we can't help it. And like, we always do these like, these like, I don't know, like, they end up being these grand gestures that we do for each other, and I'll never forget it. So he proposed to me in like the most beautiful way. We were both hired to shoot this Microsoft commercial together, and John Chu, who's an incredible director, was directing this commercial, and he's a very close friend of ours. And Chris Scott, who's like our bro, he's like our homie, like, yo, shout out Chris, like, love you. And like, he's an incredible choreographer, and he is also our friend. And anyway, so like they hired us to come on and do this commercial together, and we were very excited about the commercial. And while we were rehearsing one day, meanwhile, I didn't know this happened, Chris Scott went up to him and was like, yo, like, when are you gonna propose to Allie? And so Steven was like, I think it's gonna be soon. And so they had this like bro conversation of like how they were gonna do it.
Right.
And then Chris kind of was like, well, like, what if we just did it at the commercial. Like, and Steven was like, could we do that? Like, do you think that's possible?
What?
And then it became like this whole scheme though, where like everyone was, first off, I'm at these rehearsals, I have no idea.
You had no clue. You didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
like how did I not notice? Like, I mean, like I'm not blonde anymore, but maybe I'm still mentally blonde. Cause like all this was happening around me and I have like legit no idea. But like all these people are like, you know, conspiracy theorying it out of like how to like make this amazing thing happen. So like John Chu, the dancers, the choreographer, and the entire Microsoft team, which I think is like the most incredible thing to me. They were so supportive of this that they wanted to make it happen. So anyways, everyone got together and the last shot of the day of shooting this commercial, like I got on, you know, Steven pulls me on the stage, like, and it was like a round table like this. So he pulls me on the table to like dance around. And I'm like dancing full out. I'm very full out. I'm a very full out person. I'm like 100% or nothing, you know? So I'm like dancing like super full out. And he's like, calm down, like stop. And I was like, I'm dancing for the camera. I was like, you can't stop this. And then he was like, no, for real.
Multicam, by the way, multicam. They got all angles.
But then the music changed and it went to our song and, you know. And
What's
then
your song?
Jason Mraz's, oh shoot.
I love that song.
Oh shoot.
Yes. Yeah.
Jason Mraz.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
So anyways, and it left my mind for a hot second. But so then we like slow danced to this song and then he got down on his knee, proposed, and there was like a beautiful dance around me.
Well, and I
he
love
had
that your
flown people out.
Family was there.
Yeah, he flew my family out. My daughter was there, and they're our closest friends. And so it was like this whole thing, and it was so wonderful. And it was so beautiful. So I thought it'd be really special. Like, you know, he always has really grand gestures for me, so I wanted to do something for him. So when we obviously were pregnant and I was gonna have the gender reveal, I thought I wanted to do something really special for him. So I decided to plan a flash mob.
Oh my God.
And like all of our friends are dancers and they're such a big part of our lives that I was like, you know what, like this will be really fun. Like I don't want it to be too stressful, but it's gonna be really, really fun. Cause also meanwhile, I'm like 6 months pregnant. And I'm like 6 months pregnant. I had just left the season Dancing with the Stars. Like I was still like, I danced all of Dancing with the Stars till like, I was like 5 months pregnant. So I had just left the show and I was like, let's do this big flash mob. So I called all my friends and like bless everyone's heart, they're so amazing. The dance community is so supportive and so cool. But like I like text everyone like the night before. I was like, hey guys, like come through, meet me at like this dance studio at like, you know, 8 in the morning and we're doing a flash mob at 10.
Oh my God.
So, but then them being dancers, no one showed up till about like 8:30 or 9. But either way, like everyone came through for me.
Right.
And I wanted to throw in this like really big flash mob, and like we started at one end of a street, we went all the way down a street, across, like we fully crossed the street. There was a mariachi band. There was like 2 song changes.
Oh my God.
His brother was there dance battling him. I had like Mad Chad came out and did like a robot dance against him. Like Wildebeest helped choreograph some of the stuff, and so the whole dance community really came together to make this like really grand gesture for my husband, make it really special for us. And in the end, we just found out that we were having a baby boy.
When you say we found out,
I also had no idea. So I threw him a flash mob, but I didn't know who. I didn't know what we were having.
So you were
either.
both like super surprised.
Yes, so we both found out at that moment what we were having. And we were having our baby boy, who is now 10 months old, Max.
Adorable.
That hair, I just want to like.
It's amazing.
He's scrunchy,
It's
delicious.
it's so good. Like he's so good. And he's like the sweetest baby. He's so lovable. He's so happy. And you can just, there's a lot of love for him, and I feel like he kind of exudes that.
Yeah, he's a reflection of you guys, and that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Well, you're inspiring, and that's kind of the message that we want to give to our viewers. You know, we have a wide demographic of dancers, choreographers, everybody across the board. And if there's any message that you have, please.
For our viewers,
Yes,
and
relay.
advice.
There would definitely be a message I'd want to send, and because of everything you're saying, which I really genuinely like appreciate, I feel like my husband and myself, or we really are like trying to do everything. As dancers and choreographers, I don't feel like we're always given all the opportunities that we wish we could have. So I feel as a community, what has happened now in this generation is all of us have taken it upon ourselves to do it ourselves. And I have to give kudos to everyone in this generation when it comes to directors that were dancers, dancers themselves, choreographers, you know, producers of dance film, like for YouTube, commercials, television, film, all of it. The dance community right now is on this grind, and it's so hot and it's so heavy and it's so amazing, and that's because of us doing that. And I feel like we have to continue on this grind, and all I would say to the next generation is take advice and look at everything that this community has done now, because we have done it ourselves. No one's helped dancers, no one's helped like the choreography committee. It's all of us doing that together and really joining forces and supporting each other and making these opportunities ourselves and taking dance to the next level, and that's because of all of us. You know, so I just hope the next generation can see that and say, wow, they did that for us, so now it's our job to make it even better after this generation.
Yes,
Well
continue
said.
that
Well
legacy.
said.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just like, and congratulations, because you were Emmy nominated as well with Derek Huff, right?
Yeah.
And now there's the peer group in the
Yes.
Television Academy, which is, you know, establishing a voice for choreographers. So, you know, those are the kind of things and topics that we like to touch upon. So if there's ever anything you want to say to our viewers, you know, hit us up. We'll post it,
Yeah.
you know, because that stuff is important for the next generation to kind of take the lead and stay strong as a community. It's really important. So thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you
are
for
an
having
amazing
me.
woman.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You guys are
Bravo.
awesome. Thank you for having me.
Allison
Thank
Holker.
you.
Thanks, guys. Allison
That's
out.
out.
Yeah, girl. Rock.